Sniffing tobacco? Yuck.
Oh, but I think
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's not snooze.
Snooze is what you put under your lip.
Yeah, I know
What
snooze
your
is,
Americans
but
would call a dipping, basically.
Yeah. There's a lot of words and they all get mixed up. Nobody actually does like proper snuff much anymore, so now they just a lot of times they call dip snuff here. Even though technically.
Learn your fucking grammar. Let me see.
Yeah, our crazy language here.
Snooze is probably like the best shit that Sweden has ever come with.
it like decreases appetite, and it sort of keeps me focused as well.
Maybe I got it right.
Like snooze and caffeine keeps me going and makes me accomplish like stuff.
Yeah, my dad's like been chewing tobacco or snuff forever, and my mom hates it, and she's all like, "Why can't he stop?" And now I understand better. I think.
It is
I
addictive
started
as
like-
fuck.
Huh?
It's addictive as fuck. Like snooze is like I think 5 times more addictive than cigarettes.
Yeah, it is, but
Yeah,
still.
well, it's like I get
It's
why
better,
he
though.
probably does it because of the like he's always drinking Diet Cokes for the caffeine, I think, and then dipping, and it's like, oh, I kind of, and he's an ENTP, so it's like that probably makes a lot of sense now that I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
my mom's not, doesn't get it.
I could possibly have it.
He does. He gets so depressed when he's not doesn't have nicotine and caffeine.
I found some NyQuil, but so I can go to sleep if I'd like to. Nothing in there. Ugh, I hate being out of my medicine. Fuck it. I'll just say 4 NyQuil and go to sleep.
hello, blankies.
All the
Three of them.
blankies.
So many blankies.
All the single blankies. All the single blankies.
Yeah, what's the point? At least 2 of them are probably regulars who just wanna
Yeah.
say anything.
You just want us to use it like a podcast or something.
Wow, Linköpings Universitetet. It's sort of fucking close to where I live normally. It's like 30 minutes drive from where I live.
What are you talking about?
She has a friend studying in Sweden, it seems.
I joined a new guild today in World of Warcraft. the first name I see in the guild membership, from guild members, is Alex Jones. I'm like, fuck. Do you guys know who he is?
Nope.
I recognize the name, but I can't pinpoint
Come
it.
on, you guys must know who he is.
No, maybe. What's the deal with that
Jacob,
guy?
you should know it because you're an ENTP. You should have at least dabbled in the
think
conspiracy
one of the
theories.
guys talk about like I think it's sort of a comedian, right? But he talks about serious issues.
No, he's not a comedian.
No, he's not. But he just like have a different kind of delivery, which makes it like sarcastic.
It looks funny. He does. Yeah, what he does. Yeah, he is funny, but not on purpose. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Britannia, Britannia, oh. Britannia shall be slain.
Fuck.
Oh, Britannia.
So, like, the second room has become like the main room now.
Yeah, seems like it.
Just
The
because
only
there's
person left there is the purple puffin guy.
purple puffin.
Yeah, you know, the troll.
Yeah, nobody likes him.
I never really talked to him.
Well, he's unable to have like serious discussions about anything.
Yeah, he just keeps rambling, and then he comes with maybe one sentence that appears to be legit, and then you reply to it, and he writes some more bullshit. Don't know what's the deal with that guy.
Yeah, well, he's not ENTJ though. If he's an ENTJ, he's gotta be the strangest ENTJ I've ever
You
seen.
got robot voice again.
Okay, I'll reconnect.
I was gonna say he's been here like way too long and for long periods of time to be an ENTJ. To likely be one. They don't seem to hang around that long.
I don't know. I think like maybe immature.
Unless he's like really young. He could be like a really young ENTJ, I think. Or relatively young.
Yeah, but he's still 19.
Immature.
Though. And I don't sense maybe like immature ESTP or immature ENTP.
Yeah. Well, it just depends on how straight up he's being with his responses. But he could just be a pretty good troll.
I never really paid attention to him, so.
Listen to.
I talked at him for like a couple hours when I was sitting at work the other day because nothing else was going on.
And what was your like impression of him?
Well, he acted in line with like SETE stuff, so. But any of us could also totally troll as a TESE person super easy, so I don't know. His answers were like almost so like stereotypically TESE type stuff that you're just like.
Yeah, well, he wasn't like fun. It wasn't like fun arguing with him. It was no wittiness, no wit at all. Just like.
No, it was just like banging your head against the wall. But.
See, the
And
purple one.
I would have thought like honestly if it's either extremely like if it's an ENTP it's a really like restrained one because they didn't take any of the like NETI lures at all.
The lures. I put out so many lures and he fell for none of them.
He could be an ESTP. That's possible. And honestly, a lot of things he said like could easily come out of an ESTP's mouth.
Yeah. You know, I just want to be cool.
It's that Dom SE in there. But I didn't see the TI as much though. Man. Usually an ESTP you can break into their TI pretty easy.
Maybe just shitty damn TI. I don't know. And he was going on like, oh, I'm so ENTJ. And the only thing he spoke about was like, I like schedules.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I like to do this. Okay, so you're an ENTJ.
Honestly, an ESTP, like if he was being straight up, because an ESTP wouldn't actually say that they know everything and know better. They would just be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And he was actually more like it, you know, like I said, if he was being truthful, more like an ENTJ. There he is. The Puffin.
Powerful Puffin.
With microphone.
You should do a cognitive function test, though. I think it's more accurate than the actual personality test.
Yeah. I always, yeah, the Jungian function tests are the show a lot more.
But how do you like explain TI? Like explaining TI is sort of like explaining your thinking process or how you process the logic to reach a solution or understanding.
Yeah, I don't know. TI is like I said, it's a not deduct. It's kind of a deductive logic, but it's a reductive logic most of the time. It's about it tends to hash things out and.
Does this make sense to me, sort of?
Analyze them. While TE is more of a constructive logic. It builds a logic chain in order to get something done. And TI just analyzes stuff in order to figure out if it's right. If it's consistent. Yeah, but T can be reductive, but it's still not inductive. It's always going to have a goal in mind. It's doing it for a reason.
Yeah, TI has no like goal in the same sense except for understanding, I'd say.
Yeah, TI just wants to understand. TE wants to like figure something out for a like it wants to get something done usually.
Yeah, it's basically understand or execute.
Like, and generally, I think of it as like TE starts with a starting point and a goal, and then it's going to do what it's constructive. It's building the logic required to do something with goal in mind. And TI is usually taking a bunch of stuff that's already built, like a big NE pattern, a bunch of NE stuff, and then like paring it down and figuring out what actually is consistent and makes sense. Yeah, TI and SE would technically be thinking and then doing, but within their own framework theoretically, but not as thinking persons as TI or T people would define it. Yeah, it's not externally objective, FI. Or internally, I think it's subjective.